Come on, we want to win bad.
Stepping into this car, we're going to race hard. We are going all out.
We are in Shanghai. We didn't know where to stay. Never been here before. Patrick Byrne, the man at picking out hotels online. It's uncanny ability to find these tiny little thumbnails on websites and say, this is where we should stay, and he nailed it. We are at the W Hotel Shanghai, the Bund. It's time to go check out the city. Let's go. Getting around the cities has actually been pretty good. You know, there's a huge language barrier.
And then 1 order of 9 pieces.
How many?
How many is this?
Yeah, 3 pieces.
Okay, so that's 3, this one's 9.
Oh, okay. 1份虾饺包.
No, wait.
Coming to Shanghai has been quite the journey. Thank goodness I'm traveling with Guy.
I feel like we're in a movie.
We tend to make everything fun. We tend to really have a good time.
It was really cool to be able to see such an incredible city. I mean, look at this place. Really glad that we got to absorb a little of that today before we head out. Our first day at the racetrack is pretty intense, especially this time showing up with a new team at a new circuit. We've got strategy meetings about the global aspect of the weekend and what we're trying to accomplish. Then we break that down into more of the details. We're getting acclimated to the car, right? We've got to make seats and get ourselves fitted to the car properly.
I see what you're saying about the hips. It's because there's a lump over on the left side.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
like holding you from
getting over left.
Okay.
Then of course you got to learn the racetrack. We're probably turning in here.
And I hope that they have everything out that they'd have out, but they might put a pylon out here.
This is it. In about 5 minutes, I'm hopping in that car. I'm gonna drive it for the first time. Gonna learn the track, learn the car, and hand it off to Patrick and then Solly. Just to treat today as a bit of an exploratory day. We just have to acclimate, learn what's going on around us inside the car and on the track, and then we can really start getting to work for tomorrow.
Every driver wants a victory out of the weekend. You want to be on the podium, and you want to do the best that you can do that weekend.
P3 was competitive last year, and that came right down to the final op of the final race for us to win that championship, and it was intense. There's so many more cars in P3, and it's looking stacked this year, but then we decided, well, we're just going to move up to P2 and have a crack at that, and now we're getting into the realm where you've got absolute assassins in these cars, and these guys are slaying. So, you know, we have a lot to live up to. Obviously, we have a learning curve, but, you know, ultimately, we want to do well and show that we're competitive against the best drivers in the world, because we'd like to consider ourselves some of the best drivers in the world.
We've always been, my whole family, myself, my dad, we've always been motor and engine conscious. We enjoyed working with engines, working with cars. I race dirt bikes, we tinker with the cars, we make the engines better, we play the setup, and it's kind of snowballed its way all the way up here to these pro level racing. I always try and achieve something better, so this year we're in P2, which is better than last year in P3, so of course I feel like I've achieved it as best I can achieve, but I am still looking for the future, and it would be great to dominate now in P2. It asks a lot, but I think it's achievable.
We're off, and we're off by a significant amount. So a little bit of hysteria going on in the team, and that we're all scratching our heads. Fortunately, the information we're conveying as drivers is consistent among the three of us, and we are unified in the fact that the car is pretty difficult to drive. Clearly our performance is way down. We have a big hurdle ahead of us, and we are running out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this moment here, grab the microphone, and tell you a little story. I love you guys. The reality is we're going to get the job done. We have an amazing staff. We've got great engineers. Everybody on this team is really smart. We're going to make this work. We're short shifting a little bit there to see if it'll help the situation. I guess it does a little bit, but it's not like it fixes it. The car's still a bit loose at that point.
Super nervous. I mean, the field is stacked. There are great drivers in this field, and now it's our time to shine.
Turn your disco lights on because you're about to party.
I don't want to say I'm nervous, just we had no time to really prepare for this. The car was handling really badly the past 2 days. We found a big issue with it last night, and all of a sudden it feels like a race car, and we're basically starting the weekend over from one session ago.
As we can see now, the cars are taking out to the track.
This is going to be, well, what, 12 minutes now of hard-fought battling for who's the daddy.
Yeah, so Guy put us in 5th place. Fantastic job. We were beat by 1/1000th of a second to Jazz.
I wanted that. I didn't get it. Huge improvement from where we were. I mean, I only had 3 laps to figure it out, you know? 2 flyers, then pit, try a second set of tires, 1 flyer, that was it, you know? So in theory, for an actual, like a true day one at the circuit with the car driving properly, I'll take it. It's not gonna be like that at the next round, I tell you that.
Look at this fog. Can't see 10 feet. See what ends up. It's going to be wet this morning. This whole 9 a.m. start might not work for us, but we'll see. Everyone's got to do it.
The top speed that we have is about 170 miles an hour into a absolute first gear corner hairpin turn.
Turn 1 is a big, fast turn, and we have quite the amount of fog, so it'll be a very interesting race. It's 4 hours long, so we have to make it through all 4 hours. So yeah, it's not won in the first turn, but we'll see how we do. We should do pretty well.
This is it. Race day. It's happening right now. We're on the grid here at Shanghai. Got some dramatic music just to fill it in and make you really feel it. We got a big day ahead of us, 4 hours of racing. Patrick Byrne is going to start the race, then hand off to Solly, then to me. All we have to do is have a clean, smart race, be smooth, no mistakes, bring this baby home, and we're going to have a great result. This is happening now.
The opening race, and they go. Opening race of the season, and immediately Andrea Pizzitolo has taken the lead. He gets by the number 8 car, also going by. I think that is Phil Hansen looking to go around the outside. And around goes Alexander West at turn 1, so it's happened immediately.
Patrick had a good first stint, had a great start. A lot of guys got together. He slipped right by him, ran really great times. He was up in the top 3, top 4 in the beginning of the race.
Then it's Patrick Byrne is up into 3rd position. It wasn't Phil Hansen, it's the 23 car for United Autosports.
I had one incident where I hit some water and we got loose and spun out.
Conditions are challenging. They're not bad, but you know, there's some sections of the track that are a bit damp, and with all the mixed traffic out there, he just got caught out once, so he lost a little bit of time. But there was a safety car, packed the entire field back up, closed up all the gap that he had lost, and brought the car back in during that pit stop. Getting plates overall, 3rd or 4th in class, so we're in a really good spot. Solly's in the car now.
Actual disaster with the lost wheel nut, and then a wheel for another leading car, the number 1 Jackie Chan DC Racing Orica, out of the race.
Right now we're under safety car caution. The lead car lost its left rear wheel. I don't want to say I'm happy about that, but I'm not disappointed. So that puts us in a good position for the end of the race. 2 strong cars ahead of us had issues. So this is endurance racing. You've got to be there at the end to have a good result, and that's the path that we're on right now.
We were talking about the wonderful performance from all 4 of the United Autosports entries, and now 3 of them are in the top 4.
That's the 23 car of Guy Cosmo.
So Guy just finished his last pit stop for fuel. We're hoping this makes it to the end of the race. It was Pipo, DiResta, and Guy running for a very long time. DiResta has all the fuel he needs. Guy now has all the fuel he needs. We'll see what we can do. We're looking good in class, first in class as of right now. We're looking for that overall podium.
They're telling me more fuel save, and I'm going, I can't, I'm trying. He's telling me about the gap to the guys behind me. I don't want them catching up. I could go to sleep right now. That was a lot of stress, and now I'm coming down from the high. But we won our class. We finished 3rd overall. We did exactly what we came here to do, and we got a really late start with the issue we had with the car on Thursday and Friday. So I'm really pleased with the team effort.
What's next? Fuji is next. Second round of the Asian Le Mans Series, Fuji Japan. Also have to be on the podium. If we miss a round, we're out. So there it is.
LMP2 World in Asian Le Mans Series 2018-2019.